Good morning. Just getting warmed up. There we go. Now you're properly looking down at me. Okay, there we go. Drop this a little bit. Let's see, where's the top of this? About right there. Okay. And we're ready to go. So, oh goodness, where to today? Now, let's see. Test, test, test. Just checking the volume. Okay. We're gonna work a little bit more on this user form. Gonna hop right into that. And I'm using Stitch again today. It's a 3-second delay, but hopefully that works out okay. Um, there we go. Let's see. And where's my browser? Firefox. Come on out. You can do this, buddy. All right, I'm gonna go over there. This cannot be still connected. Then I think we should start building up some unit tests. So let's see. Puppeteer. WeChatty Puppeteer? What's this? Basically, I want to be able to do um a test client that uses something like Chrome. I guess we could just kind of build it in that, but let's see. Chrome automation using Rust. Uh, let's see. What if we had tests of that? Unit testing, Rust using Chrome. Using Chrome. Yeah, using Selenium with Rust. I guess I do want the WebDriver, but I was looking for something specific. It's this one. Selenium WebDriver 34 sync, whatever that is. Okay. This seems to have some traction. Let's look at the dependents. Hmm. Examples. Okay. Hmm. This actually looks pretty promising. Uh, John. But it can want us to run Gecko driver at the command line. The code has partial support for the legacy WebDriver protocol used by Chrome driver and Ghost driver. Huh. Okay, what's Gecko driver? Why is there nothing in here? Oh, look at that. Well, is this still being maintained? I mean, it must be. Let's go back one. It's kind of dwindling. And in April, it kind of picked up. Hmm. Let's search for this. We've got WebDriver client. Oh, okay. Hmm. Interesting. But this is also a very old comment. So maybe Chrome driver is okay now? Let's give that a search. There we go. Let's do that. Very new. Now, I'm expecting these to be binaries. Chrome driver, port, blah, blah, blah. And how does it fail? How does it know that something failed? Because you would want to use this in something that would track failure, right? Clicking around Wikipedia, closed await. So if something fails, what happens? Maybe we set these up as individual tests. Right. Have each test be like its own async test thing. I know there's some great tools out there for this, but we're gonna try to do it this way. We'll see. Because we're gonna start getting to the point where we need a bunch of tests. I think we're going to have a library with just a whole bunch of tests. All right. That's installed. Great. You know what? I'm going to stand just a moment. All right. So, where are we going with this? Test directory. Now we create a binary in here. Um, oh, yeah, okay. Here we will have all of our admin tests. We're just going to toss something like this in there. I want to see it run. Okay, we need some dependencies. That should be fine. And we need Tokyo, cargo add. Uh, actually, that's a dev dependency. This is. We'll have to change that. There we go. Add macros, RT multi-thread. Hey, Dad, what's that? It takes me so long to parse that because I see hat at the end, and I want to say Dad with hat. Um, oh, there we go. And Tokyo. There we go. That'll get us started. And these are dev dependencies. Maybe not all of them. We don't have anything in lib yet, right? Should that be in the test directory or... Oh, I don't remember. Undefined lamb. Hello. How you doing? Good morning. All right. I think I had the directory named wrong. It works. Stock test. No, it is plural. Tests. Do we have to... I don't know. We have to mark it as test. That's fine, which means that we need the Tokyo test stuff. All right. Let's kill that off. Okay. Cargo test. Getting the first one set up always takes a moment. Waiting for Vim to finish. We are going to need that running. Oh, seriously. Oh, there we go. What else? Just run that there. 4. Okay. Connection refused. Oh, look at that. Oh, and it did it. Perfect. Okay. Chrome driver wired up. And when it fails, it told us that test admin failed. Nice. Now, I'm going to do this in a sequential way for these tests, right? I want to be able to go through the admin tests kind of one after the next, not concurrently. I know that this could do it concurrently. And we're going to leave that up for, well, that might be a possibility for later, but not for right now. One of the reasons I want to do this concurrently, or sequentially, is, well, actually, I don't have a really great reason. It's funny, like when you go to try to say it, you're like, ooh, that's not a good reason. I don't want to say that. But I was thinking that the build times here would actually be smaller. So we're going to toss a lot of these into the library, and the library is going to be just a whole bunch of useful tools, right? End up with something that represents maybe a page or the login form, and we might say login.click, login expect, login blah blah blah. Or we just don't. We'll have to see. So first, say this thing's going to run on localhost, isn't it? That, and I think we need a new test environment for Wrangler, don't we? So let's go back to terminal 2, Wrangler, and I'll publish config. How do we tell it what environment? I don't think we do. So maybe we just make it work with the dev environment. Huh. Setting up new environments with Wrangler is challenging. Part of the reason is because of publish. So we look at Wrangler publish. All right. We would have to have a script that could delete all of the classes for an environment, right? And then create them all up again. But I thought that there were some oddities for that. Like when you go to create them, the class has to be available in your script. When you go to delete them, it'll say your script is still dependent upon it. So you have to remove it from your script. I mean, I could look at that again. Or, oh, well, for KV, it's a lot easier, right? You just say delete this, but not for the durable objects. I think KV is much easier. Here, let's post a question to their Discord. So what do I have here? Nope. Plus this in their testing strategies. Is there a way to delete all durable objects in an environment? So, all right. Let's see if anybody responds there. Prefer client builder native. Ooh, what is this? All right. Let's go to the docs here. They're saying client new is deprecated. Hmm. It doesn't look deprecated here. That's fine though. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Maybe. Here. Oh, that's 17.4. Okay. Looks good. Hmm. Yep. Okay, so we need this feature. I wonder what this means. Yep. What? Oh, client builder. My mistake. Client builder. Okay. That turns in new capabilities. Connect. Takes a URL. If we are development and we want to delete the class, and that's the user class. All right, we don't have many. I build it. Cannot apply delete class migration to class user without also removing the binding that references it. So our code has to not export that anymore. So we would need a way to build this without that. Then we could delete all of them. Now here, are they just talking about the Wrangler file? Because we could give it like a different config file, right? Let's say test or Wrangler test. Wrangler delete class. No, test delete class. Oh, drew to pilot. Okay, and that requires the Wrangler HOML file to not have a reference to it. Let's see. Wow, that was horribly formatted. Looks like I'll need another. Yep. So now is this just a let's edit this, clean this up a little more. Being able to lens in. Oh, Musean. Good morning. Sorry, I was over here. Fix the splitting thing. Oh, and added key bindings and login support. Oh my goodness. And thank you for the raid. Oh, good morning. How you doing? Here, I'm gonna pull it. Fetch. Should I use the dev one or the tag? I see you got a new tag. I guess current. Okay. I need to add the key bindings to the config. Oh, okay. Let's do that. Reach out to. That's cool that you have panic logging. That's, okay. All right. Default config and the path. Right. And while we're at it, let's take a peek in here. Badge names, highlights. Okay. Oh, no, I did that backwards. I want. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Or 1, 2, 3. One base, so it's all left hand. All right, let's see. Keys are F1s. Oh, neat. Yeah, the F1 keys on this keyboard, I just don't use. H for highlights. Oh, I see. To swap these around, yeah. Shift, yeah. I tried that. It's got a little language involved. Interesting. Huh. Oh, if I wanted to change it. Oh, which is Shift S. I follow now. Thank you. Thank you. That makes a lot of sense. Oh, that's neat. Got it. And how do you do like the F1s? Like if I wanted to do F1, first letter of the tab. Yeah. Rename the tabs to make it shorter. Here. We'll just remove the vowels. I'm kidding. Um, highlights. I wonder. Morning, Zenocron. How you doing? Oh, I see. Just F1. Got it. Shift F1. Control F1. Very nice. Mention. Hmm. Sma. I come up with some better letters. Links. Yeah. Let's remove the vowel. Oh, there it goes. Nice. Good morning, Journey in AI. Today you have slashes in chat. Look at that. Now got a 4. Oh, neat. And what about Oh, that's cool. That's really, really cool. It lets you really see at a glance what's new. And sometimes there are like side conversations going on, and for people to be able to say something while you're doing multiple things at once, that's a really neat feature. I noticed that. I noticed that it was no longer 0, 1, 2, 3. That's cool. Very cool. And I'm actually trying to use Stitch again today with a 3-second delay. But hopefully that's not much. I just wanted to see what it would do. Because, yeah, we did have a little moment of buffering there. So I don't know how that's going to do. So if I had Z for message, it's ZM. Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting. So what if we removed the names altogether? Right? Because this could be S. Then we could just remove these. Oh, yes, we could use emojis for that. That would be a great idea. Hmm. Now, in this case, I would need to do. Well, what if I did have a capital S here instead of SS, right? Oh, okay, it's the same. Perfect. Perfect. We'll just have everything commands there in case I accidentally click into it. Okay. Very cool. Wow. I'm going to restart chat. Let's see what happens. Oh, nice. It translates it. Okay. We're going to go with lowercase then. There we go. Oops. Did I leave one? Why is that one still SS? Did it not sync? That's an odd one. I don't know why that is. That's definitely lowercase. If we change it to X. Oh, because it's S, right? Yeah, it sees S as shift. That makes sense. Sweet. That is really cool. Very nice. Need to add more edge cases. Or input. Split terminator. Hmm. Why the brackets here? Oh, it's because it's binary, right? So in these cases, you're matching the byte. No, you're matching the array. Oh, well, the slice, right? You're matching the slice, and the slice has to be just that. Are you matching the very beginning of the slice? Because this looks like head and tail, right? So yeah, ends the tail. Oh, that is cool. Very nice. I like that. That is cool. Nice. To turn it back into a string lazily without allocating. Here we go. Yes. Oh, that's cool. I was thinking about that in some web dev stuff, right? You end up just putting the scroll bar outside of the clipping zone. I don't know if you could actually do that with what was it, cursive, right? Leaving the scroll bar in there, but just pushing it out and then bringing the clipping window in. Yeah, you use combinators so well. I don't have a good sense of when when a closure is going to be inlined. And with the WASM stuff, I don't know. I guess I'm not caring as much, but because it creates growing in size, I should. Very nice. Hmm. Oh, it's at the bottom. Right, right. Yeah, we're looking at this here. Bottom of this file. Oh, here, split digits. You're checking the magnitude. Split digits. Map. Characters. Character plus as char. So you're adding zero, the ASCII zero to it. So F1, F2, F3. Hello, welcome Raiders. How you doing? How you doing? Somewhat accurate. Welcome, welcome. We're currently Musean has updated the read chat um, crate that we actually use here. So we were taking a peek at some of the code. He's taking us through it a little bit. Twiddly doof. Good morning. Making pancakes. Hey, Scrowbar. Happy Friday. Yeah, so you end up taking the character plus that, which I don't know, that's kind of middle of the range ASCII. That's 40s or 50s, right? Zero. And then you call split digit. Just down here. So you have some sort of a number, right? N. Wait, there's a count to zeros? Where's count zeros come from? Am I high or just in the Zen zone? Just in the Zen. It's a rocket ship. It goes itter, itter, itter. Oh, that's funny. How was your stream? I forgot to ask. What am I building? We're actually building something I call mimeograph. So here, um, yeah. So it's a little bit of a serverless WordPress, right? As the LZC and TMOS processors. Oh, leading zero count. Oh, okay, got it. Wow. So if we pull up the docs on that, roast up doc, it's down here. Leading zero. Oh, I didn't know this existed. Wow. In the binary representation of self. Ooh. Interesting. So you get the number of zeros in binary for the number, right? So in this case, you're checking to see how many bytes wide the U8 is. I mean, that wouldn't this just be 8? Okay, good. And it is const. Oops, wrong window. Count the zeros on that. Leading zeros here. Y plus 1, so you add 1 to the number of the count. Times 1, 2, 3, 3. What is this magic number? Oh, you're going to make it generic, I see. This seems like it's been pre-computed. And then you shift right. Okay. It's a mask. Oh, I know it's hard for you to see here. Interesting. 0100 1101 0001. Each octet's going to have a different pattern. Yeah, so we're going to build a WordPress that's going to run on top of Cloudflare's Edge network and not have a database. So for all those like mom and pop websites out there that just get, a couple hits a month, but they have to have some sort of presence, it's for them. And if it scales well, it's going to be for everyone. So lets you determine if it's a multiple of 2 and 10. So you can do natural logs without crazy bases. That's really cool. And it works with U8s and U64s. Very nice. Oh, and you know what? I forgot. I forgot to turn on Mitch. ASCII Dan, thank you for the follow. And is that Wav Jug? Thank you for the follow. So Wave Jug, Wav Jug. Let me start Mitch. Because we usually get a little confetti. Very nice. Here we're going to do it without any division. Oh, it's too crazy. You already wasted enough time this morning. Hello, Godot user. Yes, I do like me some Godot. Yeah, after we're done with this, after this gets off the ground, I don't think this project's gonna go away. But after it gets off the ground, we're gonna go back to our games. We've got 2 games we're working on. Psychological thriller, audio-based psych thriller, which we're calling Control. Oh, and Scrubbar, thank you for the follow. Yeah. So we've got. Oh, Control isn't there, is it? But we also have Legacy. Yeah, that's the other one. Um, I wonder why that didn't show up. Okay. In the vein of this, but you had to do some smart iterator stuff, but then you realized you didn't need it. Oh, interesting. Well, the length is less than 3 times 10. If it's over n, where's n? Here's n. Return. God. Wow. That's crazy. That's really cool. That is beyond me. I mean, like if I sat down and like had to do this in like an interview or something, oh, that'd be hard. Change that 3 to the maximal digit count. Oh, here. Yeah. Huh. That's really cool. That's really cool. That looks really fun. I'm gonna have to go back and watch your stream today. You could use count zeros for that, but then you need division. No allocations, division. Goodness. No VODs because. Oh, yes. Yes, that's right. Forgot about that. Well. Oh, you know what? You're using OBS, right? So in OBS, let's see if I can do this without screwing stuff up. Um, let me move that, move that, move that. Okay. Okay, now we're back. Is it this one? Yeah. So in the settings for OBS, right? Or was it? In here, you can have a Twitch VOD track. Ah, true, true. They would. They would. Absolutely. You plug your headphones into a different device. Uh, oh, wow. The previous splitter. Whoa. Wow. Wow. Ref cell? Why? Wow. It's because you have to return the iterator, right? So you need the ref cell inside of the iterator. That's neat. It's neat that you could actually return that because it gets moved in, doesn't it? And you can clone it into these. So these two sections of the iterator actually share the same one. That's interesting. I don't know if you guys see this, but the ref cell here. So normally when you have these, like you'll end up having one closure inside of a combinator like this capturing. So like let's say you were referencing some sort of variable like the input over here, right? You couldn't then reference it over here because of the borrow. Well, because it also got moved in, right? Because you're moving it in. But using the ref cell, the ref counter ref cell for that is interesting. Huh. Oh, that's neat. All right. Goodness. No, I'm using. That's very impressive. Those. The first one is the I don't like facts. And the second one, yeah, Swan's vector. Sure, sure. What replaced it? Sting. But ASCII white space. That's in. Oh, oh, the docs went away. Huh. Oh, interesting. You were originally counting the byte offsets, realized you didn't need them. So why not just split off the white space? Oh goodness. So let me give you guys a little view of what I've been working on. Got all sorts of things that we've gone through and built up here. I will come back to that in a moment. Um, so we are rendering templates here, right? Couple things. We basically had to do this from the ground up. So being able to get Rust and WASM even working with Cloudflare web workers, I've had to make changes to the default setup. We've had to implement some modifications to the cookie stuff, to base64 encoding, all sorts of stuff, just in order to get the file size small. We're trying to keep it really, really small. Other pieces, if we look at the inspector here, I don't know if the size is large enough. Here. What is WASM? WASM is WebAssembly. Okay. So you can take some languages like Rust or C, C++, and compile it down to this um, instruction set that most browsers nowadays understand. So if we look, can I use? We're going to ask for WASM. Everybody except for Opera Mini, the Universal Client for Android, and IE support this. So, well, Baidu and Kaios, but we don't need to look at them. You believe in WASM. Yeah. And Rust is a great, great language to be able to compile down to WASM. It is fantastic sort of dev experience for that. And it's great that Cloudflare is running their web workers using the V8 engine because you can run JavaScript in it or you can run WebAssembly in it. They have all sorts of security controls and limits. One limit being that the compressed package can be no larger than 1 MB. So we're trying really, really hard to keep our file size small. So you'll see that in this project too. We keep everything nice and tight. Um, so all of this is generated via a script, right? Via templates. You can see that we include some styles. That's interesting. That's not our style. Our style's over here for body stuff. We can add style sheets here. You know, the nav bar. All of these here are actually rendered via mod templates. Mod has worked out really well for that. Then we also manage CSP. I didn't point it out, but our script tags actually have a nonce in them. So every request that's generated, a nonce is created, and every script tag on the page has to have that nonce in it. The browser actually removes it from this view, even though it still exists. So if we look at the response here, and we go to the raw response, and we scroll to the right somewhere, you would end up seeing the nonce. So we generate a nonce and include it as well. So that protects us from cross-site scripting attacks, basically, because every single page gets a different nonce there. Every single request. And let's see, what else did we do? We've got an admin setup page. This one looks prettier. So you can set up your account. Like this is the first thing that you would get to. You would go through, set up your account. This is probably going to fail, right? Because I think that the user already exists. I might need to check that. Oh, and once you do set up, you can't do it again. So you get a 404. It actually cleans up and deletes that. You built cross-site scripting blocking. Oh, interesting. How did that work? So I wanted to open this in just a moment. Fix splitting over Unicode characters. Unicode width. Oh, interesting. So you ended up splitting it. Ah. Wow, that dropped quite a bit of code on that. Wow. Oh, does it have inbuilt cross-site script blocking? Um, do you mean Cloudflare web workers or mimeograph? Because that's what we just added. We added the um, cross-site scripting blocking. So now you can't have any script that's actually loaded in the page that doesn't have that in it. So if we go back to inspector, if there was another script that somehow got injected into the page, it just wouldn't work, right? If somebody somehow included, a script tag here, let's add one real quick. Let's edit this. Edit as HTML, right? Script. What's a classic alert, right? All right. That would actually get blocked in here because it doesn't have the nonce on it. So, if that actually came with the page itself, and we could give an example of that, but I was hoping that it would actually show up, but it didn't. Well, that the error would show up. Like if we tried to add one via the debugger, that might actually do it. But adding it through here doesn't seem like it does it. Duplicate node. Yeah. Nice, clean, modern. We're not supporting IE11, so neither is Microsoft, I hope. And let's see. I was going through the login page. All right. And we have some things like login here. If we try that, we should have gotten some sort of error back. But we've got little messages that'll show up here that are supposed to show up here. Or were we? So, actually, I'm remembering something else. We're on the new user form. So if you hit save here, right, you get these guys that are showing up now. And I was thinking, what would be really nice is to be able to, set up a couple of tests that we could actually run against this. So that's what I was going to do this morning. See if we could do that in Rust using this Fantocini. Is that Fantocini? Is a CC like a ch or a s? I don't remember. Puppets animated by moving wires or mechanical means. That's neat. So I'm going to go back into the test here. Or admin test. Oh, that's where we run the tests. Okay. New user tests. Edit user tests. So we're probably going to have some sort of setup here. I just copied the example in. Right? New user is going to take a client. No, commander. I guess it comes from there, yeah. That could be different. Yeah, we might actually change this later. Oh, maybe we could try out that other error reporting library that I wanted to try. IRE, that'd be fun. We could do that here. So that should be a borrowed client. Does it need to be mutable? Guess we'll find out. Yes, it does. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do for this is probably do some sort of setup, right? I don't know what that's going to look like. Setup. We need to simplify the Wrangler config file. No. Let's say it differently. Remove. Then we have to recreate them. Okay. Oh, and KV and pages and upload. Just some notes. Okay. Maybe this here should actually be something that the entire project could do. Because there are times where I just want to hit reset to my dev environment. Now, how would we do that? We'd have to parse this TOML file. Maybe we should have different ones. Right now they're just development, you know. Oh, we got rid of the other one, right? We just have dev and production. We could add test. How do we get the preview IDs? Or we don't. We should be able to run the test directly against the full URL. There's no need to run them locally. Oh, I like that. Mm. How do we want to do that? Okay, let's go through the process of making some sort of script that we could use on development. Just join. What are we working on right now? We are working on a way to kind of flush a Cloudflare environment and reset it up. And that's so that we can actually get unit tests working. Because we're going to add some unit tests. Well, Chrome driver driven unit tests. I guess it kind of feels more integration test to me, but units are smaller to me. Like, where's that line? I always think of unit tests as being specific functionality. Um, and whenever I hop into like a browser to do something, unless it's testing a very specific piece of code in a browser, it feels more integration test as soon as like the database is involved. All right. Actually, let's set today. There we go. Okay. Some things that we have to be aware of. The different namespaces, right? And then the classes here. Some things that we don't have in here would be the secret keys for this. Those get stuffed into the environment. So we might have to create a little script for that. What else? This is, okay, we need a little bit more. Environment keys. So, okay, that looks like it. So let's go through the process manually. We'll figure out what actually has to be done. I think the first thing is going to be to strip the durable object classes from the TOML files, right? And delete them. So we'll have to preserve this. So we need some tool for that. Is there like a, yeah, you guys know what JQ is, right? JQ? So, JQ. Right, you can pass JavaScript to it and then it parses it and lets you get information out of it. Is there a JQ for TOML? That would be so cool. Because then we could say, okay, you know, just pass us through that, stripping out these pieces. Oh, you're kidding. Is it YQ? Here, okay. TQ. Where would we find TQ or YQ? Is Y for YAML and T for TOML? Oh, look at that. It's written in Go. Oh, it's from Heroku. This doesn't look like this one's from Heroku. How do I test manipulate DOM functions? So you mean like you click a button and it inserts something into the DOM? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Command line CLI. And there's the YQ one. This doesn't feel like it's it. Do you have a link to the other one for the TOML one? Because yeah, I don't think we're using YAML, are we? We're using TOML. You failed to test because you cannot get the canvas ID. Oh, I imagine that you would make the change, then you would wait for a specific ID to appear, right? You might have to poll or something like that. No, thank you, Museum. Almost CLI looks nice. Pretty print. Huh. Oh, look at that. What other commands does it have? Source, main. They've got some colors. Because specifically, I'm looking to omit certain pieces. So in one case, I need to know what they are, right? So we have to record what they are, so we can set them back up later. Maybe not if we don't do anything destructive. Wow, that is super small. Because JQ allows you to omit, right? Oh, it has to neat languages inside it. Colorized monochrome. Hmm. Advanced filters, or go here. All right. Well, we could build something that filters it out ourselves. I don't really want to rebuild that though. Is that the one we were just looking at? Get set. Oh, interesting. So we could set it to nothing. Oh, this might work. Basically, copy the file, set it. Wait, Journey and AI, are you saying that this actually does TOML stuff too? I mean, the YQ, I just presumed that. Oh, my mistake. It was the name. The name got me. Oh, it's Python. Interesting. All right. I'm actually a little tempted to try this one because it does have set, and I think that's all we need. We just need the ability to set something to nothing. We'll try this one. But thank you, Journey and AI. I had not seen that. They use a Telma Q executable though. Oh, I see. And the Telma Q executable. Python wrapper for YQ exposing tumble functionality. Oh, so many of these. All right. Let's go with this one for now. How am I doing, my marmalade? I'm doing well, thank you. Hmm. What? Wait, what? Data is emitted by default as JSON. You can round trip TOML to JSON. Okay, wait, really? Writing TOML, okay. Yep. I guess that makes sense. Cool. All right, I'm gonna try this. So, basically we want a reset, right? With Sarity you can? That makes a lot of sense, right? Basically take something to JSON, use JQ on it, and then go back. Dirty transcode. Oh, look at that. Haha. That's funny. Yeah. No, 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 don't do that. Okay. So let's start writing a script. What is the script name? Reset environment. All right. All right. So then once we have that, what comes next? Let's go and grab the list. Okay. Who actually cares? You love the background music. Is there a link anywhere? We are listening to Pretzel Rocks, the synthwave station. So they do not seem to have a link to that. Let's see if we go to the larger view. Do they have a link? No. Oh, there we go. Much better. Now, how would we actually use a test environment? I guess we could grab one of these and clone it. Go ahead and install this. Okay. These pieces are the tricky ones, right? Getting the IDs. So we're going to have to parse the output of some of these commands, some of the Wrangler commands. All right, let's see if we can do this. Maybe we should have more of a delete environment and a copy environment. Because we could simplify this to be one environment. And then you basically clone your development or test environments from a production one. No, that wouldn't work. It has to go the other way. Huh. All right. So let's pretend that we just have one. I feel like I might regret this. Okay. So it's all in Git. That's the original. We are going to get rid of the production one. Production. Okay. Staging. Bye-bye. And inside of here, we'll have our environment. Use the default, right? Then we'll just switch scripts. Staging goes away. So we simplify this. We basically have some sort of script where we can clone one of these and create a new environment. And then we have the opposite, right? Where we can tear down an environment and then delete the config. Oh, thank you for the follow. Was it Metamodern Kira and Eden Sehovic? I probably butchered that. I apologize. Ed in Sehovic. Let me know how that's pronounced. See, if we do this, then that becomes much simpler. Interesting. And if we do not have an environment passed in, do we even need this? So command comes over here. Ah, yes. We do need some sort of variable passed in. Oh, yeah. By all means, ask a question. Because package.json then passes the node environment through. What's npx create react? So are you asking me to write npx create react app? Or you want me to run that? Sorry, I just need a little clarification there. Oh, before the test started, you just create the canvas with the attribute ID. Oh, explain what npx create react app is. So npx is a tool to download a package from npm and to execute it. So npx is downloading create react app from npm, and then it runs it. Oh, you know npx. Okay. Sorry, that's why I was asking for clarity, because I don't quite understand the question. It's this. Yeah, it just creates a React application. And React is just a web app framework useful for creating single page applications. So I was able to get everything compiling with SIMD128 and experimental WASM ref types, but Cloudflare doesn't support them yet. This one I'm most looking forward to. Your teacher just learned to React using this package. Oh, interesting. He didn't learn pure React? I mean, okay. So how do we pass this through? We might need to have some sort of token here. Because package.json, really, we don't really care about staging. Right? Because in Webpack, oh, yeah. Oh, and what is with the minimize? Oh, oh, I see. Ah, this could be true all the time. Set that to true. So really, we just have it's kind of dev or production, right? All right. Oh, you didn't know about ref types? Yeah, the ref types. Basically, all of the that translation code goes away, right? Hellboy17, thank you for the follow. So we still need a way to do that. Wrangler.toml. And is this the only place that's passed in? This is. So when you copy one, we actually have to change that. Change this. All right. Russ, we'll still need the RCS from the JESVM because JavaScript doesn't have linear lifetimes. I see. Hmm. And what's an RCS? I mean, I'm thinking ref counted somethings. RCs. Gotcha. Does this mean that we can get rid of? All right, let's see if that works. Wrangler. Oh, let's do it in the next term. Command. Oh, yes. Upload. Hmm. See, env dot key namespaces. Ah, yes. Okay. I guess we do need the environment there, don't we? All right, give me 5 minutes. Be right back. Good morning. All right. Okay. So what is the see, I don't want to have an environment like that. Unknown field KV namespaces. Oh, those are in build. Yeah, it shouldn't be in build. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay, so that builds. But if we do an upload, that's not going to be the right location, is it? So we're going to need to know the kind, right? Is it a development or production build? And then we also need to know what the environment should be. What is the name? Publish help. ENV, so we can provide an ENV here. And if we did that, and how do we delete an environment? Introducing environments, okay. Publish, ENV, staging. Doesn't look like you can remove them. Oh no, delete an environment from um, Cloudflare. I think an environment is really just it's KV stores and maybe some of the routes. So if we log in, how's a WASM and Rust going? Pretty well. We're trying to bootstrap our testing abilities. All right. Now if we go to workers, all right, we've got workers KV that we could manage. Also the manage workers button here. And these things get created automatically, right, based on the name. So let's say we go into staging. How do we delete staging? So if we come in here, we say, you know what? No more staging. So we could do that, right? Actually, you really like the idea, but never really got yourself into actually giving it a shot. You very much dislike doing front end related stuff. Well, all of our WASM's on the back end, so you can use it for a lot of things. Ah, it's still in use by a durable object namespace. Okay. All right. I don't know. I don't know. And if we do publish env staging, for example, there are no staging environments specified in your config file. Ah, bummer. Bummer. So you have to have those set up that way. We'd have to create a whole new KV namespace for the environment, along with all these bits. Gonna undo this. And they must have some sort of API. Let's see, where is their... See, I'm getting down a route that I really don't want to be doing right now. I'm going to remove everything that's not development. Okay. So let's create a copy for this. All right. Also fix me on this again. Should be param. You know, it's probably a bit of an unrelated question to what I do, but did I ever notice lags when coding in Vim within 2mux sessions? Yes. Nope. set up your escape time correctly, that solves a lot of it. Definitely want that. There you go. We'd use this as a template file. If we took this and saved it as like a .template or something, and then we could fill in these pieces for creating an environment, then we could come back and delete it. That, and we probably don't. Here, let's do that. Wrangler. Oh, not Tommel. Oh, Statics ID. Settings ID. Oops. That stuff all stays the same. Mode. And then we need something for ENV. Yeah. So let's say EV namespace create. And what is the binding? Then we give it a config. Why do they want the config? Oh, they add it in this case, don't they? All right. So let's pretend that we end up copying this, right? So let's copy Wrangler template to Wrangler. You know, let's do this as part of our script. Query TNV. First thing we want is, I don't know, I'm going to be awful with the parameters here. Okay.
I put my toy bunny on the top of the bunny cage.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because the one is bunny likes it. Doesn't eat the soft bunny.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. May I stand the left computer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, someone has my
All right. We'll have those. Mode and ENV. Default? No, we're not going to have a default.
Daddy, you should look at my towel.
What's this color scheme? This is Challenger Deep.
Sharks don't have nice suit.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. How do we check to see if something is not set? We already know that, don't we? That's in upload. Oh, that's for argument length. No, we don't want that. Bash. You're on Ocean Deep, like 10 years already. Using Grovebox and Wombat extensively, but kinda need something new. That page, very not helpful. It's alright though, we'll find one. Pressing string variables in bash. Usually the right way. It's a parameter expression which evaluates nothing if var is unset and substitutes the string x otherwise. Oh, yeah, we don't want that. Quotes can be omitted or to do nothing, which often the wrong way. But if it is an empty string, that's wrong for us. Yeah. All right, and how do you do ors in bash? Either is valid. Both operate the same. There's no advantage or disadvantage. All right. Feeling lazy on that one. Okay. Arcos, good morning. How you doing? Okay. So they just use ors. Or dash Z, dollar sign, I don't know, inside the quotes, env. We're trying to get a script set up that can take a template, create an environment, and go. Because we need this for tests, right? All right. So after we do that, we're going to copy that to that. Okay. So let's try that.
No. You can make a new pack. How do you spell steam? Like this?
20.
Steam. Yeah, A-N. Yeah, yeah, that's what I did. Now, I'm gonna go. Yes.
24. Oh,
Sign in.
if then fee. Is that not correct? That looks fine there. Oh, that seems like it should be working. Did I miss a bracket or something? No. If then fee. All right, is it live or live? It's either the liver or the liver. Probably the liver. Oh, great, great. I'm glad that helped. I'm glad that helped. Ah, the liver. Got it. Like the organ. I'll ask you again. It'll take me a couple. Oh, there we go. That looks like a function definition. That looks okay. 25. Unexpected token fee. Okay, so it's how I'm calling the function. All right. Yay, okay. Great. Now we should have a Wrangler bar. There we go. Oh. Actually, let's do that. We're gonna create mode must be development or the other, so we'll do that. Now we have env bar, Wrangler. What is it? KV namespace. Create. Env was bar. Binding is going to be page. Pages? Expected a table key. Found a left brace. Yeah. So it doesn't like those there.
X. Wait, were you playing?
Line 14. Oh. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We have to replace those. Um, SD. This is going to be a simple string. Kids let in some bug. It's tickling me. Something's flying around.
Not. You want to put what?
I think it's going to be like that. Wrangler bar. Let's check and see. Yes. Okay. So those got replaced correctly. Let's add that.
I'm playing on there.
Or create env.
Here, I'll be one.
Okay. So there's that. Good. Those are replaced. We gotta get rid of those though. From the template. Okay. Let's try again. Got no KV namespace. Now if we come back into Wrangler, we'll create pages. Add the following to your pages config file. Ah, do they have like a output or something?
Fire beams? Yes. Beams? Oh, you're like really serious. I want to know. What do you want to tell me about this? That's not
Okay, so we're gonna need two pieces out of that. That does that show up in Cloudflare already? Come back in here. Mr. Buckets, workers, manage KV namespaces. Yeah, bar is there already. Let's go ahead and delete that. Okay. We're going to do that, and then we're going to grep, hold on, minor interruption. All right. Oh, applies the command to the preview namespace. I see. RG binding. So if we did that, then we should be able to get some of the JSON. We could use JQ to get the values from that. Technically, we just need the ID, so we get the ID, and then we add that using that toml command. Okay. JQ. Oh, what are we going to look for? Dot ID. Let's take this. Line 1, column 10. Invalid numeric literal. This is toml. Did that not install from earlier? Oh, it's just called toml. There we go. Do that. Toml. The following required parameters were not provided. The query. Get path. And what is the query? Foo dot, I don't know. Oh, the path. We need the file. That's hyphen? No such file or directory. That would not be fun to attach that. Okay, so maybe we can grab that a different way. Let's say we just wanted to grab this value using grep or rg. How would we do that? Oh, that's right. Gradicos, I missed what you said. Which logging library do I use? Usually Museans. Yep. It is Alto logger. Only matching. There are so many things here. Invert match, JSON, ignore case, glob.
Why can't one?
Manual filtering, globs. Types. Capture groups can be named. Hmm. So basics. Let's try the basics. So search. Literal string. Okay. Automatic filtering. That's fine. Manual filtering. Globs. This is for file extensions. All right. This is then awk. I didn't want to use awk. Oh, interesting. Railway station. American Waterworks. Why is that AWK? Because they took the K out of works? Hmm. Oh, that's the initials of the authors. That's funny. That's funny. You want to pass ABC as a variable instead of hard coding it. Oh, Weinberger and Kernighan. All right, so how do we do this with awk? So the echo again. I'm going to go to awk. ID equals double quote dot star. Oh, no, 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 no. Extract substring. Oh, we can print match groups. Oh, that's right. Oh, and I forgot. Oh, hi. Hi. Path to another. Okay. I forgot that we could do substring stuff in Bash as well.
gorgeous too. I don't like things up either. I like these things and this thing.
So they matched 0, right? Match $0 That's standard in? Is that what they're saying? Matching a standard in, anything that has a digit, and they're printing that piece.
That's it.
Unfortunately, Mac Awk doesn't seem to support capture groups. How old is this? 2013? Let's try. $0. Then we give it our group to catch. And this is our regular expression. Okay. And this would be ID equals blah dot star here. Illegal primary in regular expression. Oh, we need a colon there, don't we? Syntax error source line 1 context is that illegal statement at print. I missed a semicolon, right? Here. So match that, print that. Oh, 1. And this is our. See, it looks like they're matching that here into that. So at this point, it doesn't like that. Equal statement. I don't think we changed that, did we? This is our regular expression at this point. That's our output. And I don't think we had that before. All right. What about said? We're going to come back to awk.
Yes. Yeah, I like this. Villain in Alien Inclusion. Asteroids do not.
$1 No matches found. Oh, because the escaping. Okay. And if we weren't doing substitution, supporting browsers besides Evergreen, Chrome, and Firefox, is this really a concern? We're stepping into day job territory there. IE is on its way out. Microsoft products are stopping supporting IE as well. So I think unless you have large corporate entities that you are making your websites for, you should not target IE11. And then Safari just becomes the kind of the outlier there. Safari's pretty good though. So let's see. What did we talk about today? WASM, right? Safari. Okay, got WASM. I want to see date relative. All. Yeah, so you'll see, Chrome and Firefox will tend to get things before, like Safari does. Oh, and thank you for that follow. NSLXNDR. It's almost like an Alexander. NS Alexander. An extreme if. Thank you for the follow. How about Canvas? Right, the Canvas. Date relative. All. Safari. I actually got it. So a lot of these. Let's see, Firefox a bit early in that, and then Safari. All right. Then Chrome. Oh, the delay. The delay is 3 seconds today. Oh, yeah. I'll add that anyways. All right, that's in the list.
Oh, that's a big one.
Guess you'll have to risk it. You're concerned about CSS display contents. Oh, which one is this? It wants children to appear as if they were direct children of the element's parent. Oh, interesting. Ignoring the element itself. I mean, Safari, it's in technical preview. They have partial support there. iOS. The more accessible market with display contents.
All these decorations.
Flatter market. Where's it talking about Safari? Okay. I mean, yeah, that's a tough choice. If it was just IE11, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. But also Safari and iOS. iOS is a big market. I mean, as long as you're not running into that edge case, right? What is a mimeograph? Have you heard of a copy machine? A mimeograph is a precursor to a copy machine. And I am just struggling with this command line stuff today. Mostly because I don't want to use the OS 10 specific awk. Uh, let's just do it. Awk. Then we end up printing. Interesting. Okay. Some extra brackets there. Print substir. R start and R length. ID equals AOU. Ah, but I don't want the whole thing. 11 years ago. That must not be the case. It was 9 years ago. What's dash F? I would use said for that, but since you asked on awk. Can you use said for it?
I'll show you something.
Dash N. Alright, what's said dash N?
That's right.
Auto mod. Yeah. I didn't look at the. Oh, yeah, it's the commie bit. Oh, one that smelled of alcohol? I don't remember. Alright, so let's see. Dash N.
I'll come to the box and then I'll show you the. I don't like that. Oh! You won't take the light, it's okay? You probably can't reach one of these.
Oh, I see.
What's its blue? In the box.
Let's try grep on that. Yeah, those are like the old school. Yeah, my parents used them too. Then they had the um oh goodness. I don't remember what it was. See, in this case, they're matching just the value, but I actually need to qualify that to say, oh, it's exactly this piece. All right, what if? See, we end up having two of these here, right? And we just want the one that has. Was it EO the other way? EO. And we want to be able to match A to Z. Actually, what is the value we're trying to match? We'll find it. Yeah, it's like this here. Okay. A to Z there. 0 to 9. And how many of those were there? Oh, star. All right, that matches quite a bit. Let's dash O. All right. Okay, now we've got everything in the middle. That actually should have been just that. Okay, same difference. But now, how do we say we want this 32 times? Oh, because this is incorrect. Repetition operator operand invalid. There we go. And we will get rid of that and this. That'll work. Okay, so we can use just grep on that. Now, what do these do? What is dash E and dash O? Extended regular expression. Okay, the magic must be in dash O then. Only matching. Only matching. Okay, so we can swap that out for RG. Ah, perfect. Okay. So we get the response from that other command, which is what? Somewhere. Then we're going to toss that on the end of it. Here we are. This guy here. It's going to be that with this. Right? Perfect. And we need pages, statics, and settings. Okay. Now at this point, we're going to go back to Cloudflare, delete these extra things that we've created. These extra KV namespaces. Oh, you got to run? Oh, Brooke, thank you for the raid. Oh, and thank you. Well, have a great Friday. Oh, yeah, you're having a long weekend. Very exciting. Okay. So we end up copying that. And at this point, we want to set some values, right? So we'll say toml, and we give it the file, right? Set file, path query, and then the value string. I don't know what that's supposed to be, though. Let's test with that. Toml set Wrangler bar. And what's the path going to be? Here, env.development.kv namespaces. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Copy this. What if I wanted to add one to this? So I guess I could set the whole thing. That feels a little wrong, though. Line 11, column 7. This would be so much easier in Rust. It doesn't like the new lines? Okay. We're going to get rid of that then. So, that tool, cargo, uninstall. There we go. So, given that this is there, and we just want to provide some values, we can format the whole string in bash and drop it in there. What type of string are we building? Let's figure this out. It's going to be like this. Okay. It's basically this string here with some substitutions. All right, we get rid of the preview IDs. All right, that bit goes away. Okay. Add some spaces. We're not monsters. Okay. Get rid of that. Pages ID. Statics ID. Oops. Now we're going to be monsters. Okay. Actually, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's another way to do that. So here, we're going to take these, come back over into our template, toss them there. Right. These are commented out. Ah, that's going to be better. Then we just do a string substitution for specific things in here. Remove the comments at the front. All right. Doing that again. CIW, statics ID. Oh, we forgot we don't need the dollar sign now. Settings ID. Pages ID. We will replace with pages ID. And that's a UUID, so it should just work. And then we need to give it the file. Then at the very end, we remove SD. Yeah. And that should create those, set those up. Let's look at the temp again. Wrong one. Template. Okay. Then we have to create the durable objects user. Now, we already got mode, didn't we? We got env, but not mode. Oops. Right, we're going to try it out. Create temp. Good. Oh, no. That should have died. Exit, I don't know, 1. Good. I wonder what it tried to do. Did it try to create one without an environment? No. Okay. Foobar Baz. Oh, I forgot the equal sign.
But I want to see what explode.
Oh, look at that. Foobar Baz has these elements. The comment is gone. Foobar Baz should be in here. Oh, I see bar. Ah,
Why not two numbers?
okay. So this here, that's file. And bar is env. Missing anything else? Delete this. Super secure. Copy, paste. I actually do look at it just a little tiny bit more. But if I did this 1,000 times, I would stop looking. Okay. Let's try for foobar Baz again. And we had the command correct. That's good. Let's check here. Foobar Baz. Lovely. Okay. And it's here. Now for our templates. We have these durable objects. And for creating these, that should be straightforward because they already exist in there. Okay. Now what is the command for that? So let's say we do a Wrangler publish help env foobar Baz new class user. Is that it? Could not find an environment. Oh, with our config. Config is Wrangler foobar Baz. New class. Cannot create bindings for class users because it is not currently configured to implement durable object. Did I forget to apply a new class migration to it? See, it's complaining that this already exists. So let's replace this with temp kv or just kv. Okay. We didn't need the outer pieces. So if we did durable objects like that, then we would just simply, user. It's more of an enable this thing, isn't it? Cannot create bindings for class users. Oh. Oh. I added it to the template, but not the other file. Oh, look at that. Okay. So that would work. And then we strip out this, then we add the next one. Sudo user users. And can we do one after the next? Then as long as there are no errors. Okay, so we could do both of them. All right, let's come back over here. Okay. Then the durable object. Nice. All right. Now, how do we end up deleting these durable objects? Because if we did have them commented out in this, let's say we wanted to try to do this backwards, then, right? We'd need to start deleting some of these lines. Maybe we tag them at the end, or just delete a section somehow. All right, but we've created the durable objects for this environment, and we can't delete the environment until the durable objects are gone. So now we use something very, very similar. We delete class for that. Wrangler. Foo. All right. User and users. And that should work. Okay. Yeah, that would work. Okay. Um, let's go ahead and delete some of these. See if we can delete the environment now. I want to know whether or not we have to delete the KV store in order to get rid of the environment. I'm guessing so. Okay. Foo. Bar and Baz. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Come back to workers. Got Foobar Baz. Click into that. Go into settings. Go to the bottom. Hit delete. Yes, delete it. Delete it. Oh, nice. So maybe it's because we didn't have anything in KV. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. All right, y'all. I must run. So we're going to find a raid target. Who do we have today? Airhead Nerd. Let's see. What's Airhead Nerd doing? Yeah, we're going to raid them. Oh, I should be able to do the delete script off cam. That way we'll be able to get back to the good stuff. But till next time, y'all. Bye bye.